I cannot tell you how many times I have seen women let the moment get the best of them, broadcast this news of breakup or he ain't this or all the nonsense that he did on the internet, all right, only to maybe days, weeks later, be right back with the man. Now, listen, I'm not saying even if you were going to stay away from him that you should go blasting on the internet. You don't need to be bringing people into your life in that manner. You don't need to be bringing that kind of negative energy and attention to you. And you've got to understand that all you're doing is feeding the vultures. The vultures are always there, waiting for your downfall, waiting for the bad news, waiting for the crack in your relationship because they wanted your man or some of the dudes wanted you, like whichever. Either way, you are feeding that beast, and that beast will come back to bite you. But let's focus for a second on you actually ending up going back to the man. Now, we're not going to talk about whether you should have gone back because it's various reasons why people break up or why he leaves, and sometimes it is reconcilable. Sometimes it may have been a misunderstanding, and now it can get corrected. But now, again, you create a perception of you that looks bad that you now have to deal with. That also can now cause you to struggle moving forward in the relationship, even though you two should be back together. So meaning, remember, I said internet or unnecessary people. You start telling friends and family, and let me say this, people have a very bad tendency of only telling friends and family, and not everyone, but a lot of people do it, the bad news, and not always promoting the good news. And so now these friends and family, because you keep blasting this information to them unnecessarily, because unless they are truly people who can give you wise counsel, why do they need to know your business? All right? And some of them, can't even keep their mouth shut. So why are you telling people who are only going to spread it to more people? But I digress, because the point here is now you have individuals who, again, they can become the vultures. They may not have been the vultures at first, but they become the vultures in a way that now, anytime they see something that triggers them in your relationship, oh, you sure he ain't doing this? Or you sure you should have left him where he was at the first time? Or, I told you don't get back with it. Like, now they're putting all this negativity in your head. And listen, sometimes it's justified. Sometimes you really shouldn't have been with that man and you should have stayed away from him. But I've seen relationships that two people who could successfully be together be torn apart because of outside influence. And many times we have I gotta say it like this, we have let those demons into our house. We have allowed that into our environment, and now we don't allow us to focus on how us as individuals and our partner can either resolve this ourselves or come to an understanding that we're just not for each other. Instead, it gets tainted, and all that extra white noise just throws everything off and makes it difficult. So you don't want to have to deal with that dynamic. If there's a potential that you're going to get back with the guy, again, you're opening the door to other people, putting more negativity into your life, getting under your skin, all these different things. Like, again, you have to not let the moment get the best of you. And I know it can be tough at times. And in this world today, there's just an urge for people to get things off their chest, and social media becomes such an easy outlet to do that. But it's dangerous. It's dangerous in so many different ways. Hell, not to mention, sometimes people end up tweeting stuff about themselves and their relationships that can hurt them, maybe for potential employment somewhere. Who knows? Like, you got to stay away from that. Let the internet be for entertainment and fun and posting positive things or funny things, not posting all your business and letting people wreak havoc where they shouldn't have even had that information to begin with. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. Relationships are the key to a successful life. But there's 5 areas that we have to be mindful of when it comes to relationships. There's relationship with God, relationship with ourselves, relationship with family and friends,